A bit overdue for this, but time for an update on the dual cab. We'll get a little bit of work done to it on this video, so anyway, here it is. We've seen our last one. I've moved house, but yeah, here's the dual cab, so it's still going on it. I know we haven't seen anything on it in a while, but yeah, still trying to get there slowly. So that panel's all in, tacked in place, so I've got to finish that off. I have put a fuel tank in it the other day. I was going to film that, but it's just tedious work that I just wanted to get done, so build all these straps to hold it in. So it's a 79 series Land Cruiser fuel tank. It's just a good size, 130 litres. In a while ago, all the rear suspension's finished up on it. Most of the interior is out of it at the moment. So we'll be fitting that shortly. That's the vintage air unit. See the, and this is why I've been doing a lot of work but haven't been filming much. So it's all been, you know, rust repairs on the floor and yeah, the rust repairs there in the corner. Notch the firewall to fit the motor properly. Sort of fairly boring sort of stuff that I've just been doing bits and pieces as I had time. You see all the front is currently back on it. I did that to move. I have got all the front suspension in place. All the coils and shock towers. Still need to finish the inner guards off to get them to clear. Brace for the steering box, which I need to modify now because the motor hits it. Engine mounts are in. See the engine sitting in it. All the brake and clutch pedals and all that are all mounted in there. Alright, today's little job is I have got a transfer case for it. A bit of wheeling and dealing. So that's right to go in. And before I did that, I thought I'll replace the output seal on the gearbox, which turns out these have got an oil pump in them. So pressure fed lube on the gearbox. Grab it down here. As you can see, back's all off the gearbox, and it's just sitting on the factory cross member. So once the transfer case is on, then I'll look into building a gearbox cross member. Get that all mounted up. So that will be my next little job, is put a seal on that plate, bolt it back on the gearbox, put a input seal in the transfer case, and manhandle that into place. Alright, to replace the seal in this, in the back of the oil pump, output of the gearbox, I actually went and got Toyota seals. These are cheap. Like, they're not a deal to buy genuine seals, and the genuine seal is just that much better. That's why you don't see Toyotas with oil leaks usually. So yeah, for everyone that's wondering, this is a Toyota gearbox and transfer case to go to the Toyota engine. That's the wrong seal. Jesus. I thought that was the wrong looking seal. I bet this is the correct seal. Okay. Ignore what I said because they gave me the wrong seal. I thought as much. I actually did believe the output of the gearbox was the same as the input for the transfer case. and I still think I'm correct, but it appears the dealership where I purchased these have given me the wrong part. Right, that's the output seal in for the gearbox done. I'll get this fitted back up, then I'll worry about the transfer case. There we go. Alright. So, got some sealing on the back of this. Remember which way around it goes. Which is that way. Just like that. Because this box has been sitting around for a while, I did also go through and clean out all these holes with the tap, all the threaded ones for the where the transfer case mounts, so that way it should be nice and simple to put some bolts in it. I'm just going to do the same on the transfer case side. And I did add a little bit of grease to that oil pump too to help it pick up oil pressure. That's all tightened up. Now prep the transfer case to put it in. This is the transfer case I've got for it. So, like a lot of other bits in this car, 79 series Land Cruiser. It's still a manual transfer case. It's one lever. Shifts it in and out of high-low, four drive. This did come out of a car that was on fire. But looking at the inside of it, it still has oil in it. So the guy I got it off, he can't remember how much he bought out of the car, but he sold the gearbox off it to someone else that needed a gearbox, obviously. So yeah, the back outside the case isn't too bad for a car that's been on fire. Has melted this switch here, which is your 4-drive, 2-drive switch. But like I said, there's still oil in it. All in here looks nice and clean. To be honest, that seals. It's nice and rubbery, so I'm gonna suck it and see if it leaks. I mean, it's a handful of bolts and 2 drive shafts. I'll pull it out and pop a seal in it, put it back together. Probably won't be the last time I've got this transfer case out anyway. I don't have a replacement switch for this one as yet, but like I said, it's all going to come apart, so we'll fix it then. Yeah. Alright, now I'll struggle and put this in the car. Now, I think as much as everyone would love to see me hurt myself trying to manhandle a transfer case in, I have a transmission jack, so I opted for that. One of those buying. Bought this a while ago to do a couple of gearboxes, and now it's caught. Yeah, it has been unbelievably helpful. After saying that, you watch it not actually do what I need to do today. Or that current gearbox crossmember be completely in the road, which is what I think's the issue is going to be. Because that's what it's looking like. But the stock Jeep crossmember is not going to work. Pull it out. Right, it's not a huge amount holding it in. And yeah, take it out, put a stand under the gearbox, and we'll get this in and work out what I need to do to make it all fit like I want it to. Come on. Come on. Just fucking drop out, will you? Nearly died. Cross member is out. Okay. Around here, I can see what's going on. Come on. Okay, now I'm in a spot where I cannot. Oh. Stay there. disengaged. Dip those couple of bolts out. Alright, so as you saw, we got the transfer case in, bolt up the gearbox, and to get it in, I had to pull the factory gearbox crossmember out. So it's just not going to work. Obviously the cruiser box is a fair bit bigger than the bloody 4-speed manual that came in this ute when it was new. So yeah, that leaves us the next project is build a new crossmember. Thanks, dog. So first step, made this template up. This goes in there. So that's where the gearbox crossmember bolts in. So I'll cut a couple of bits of plate out, and I've also got some 100 by 50 RHS, and we'll cut a piece of that up and drill some holes in it and start building a crossmember. As you can see, I've got the transfer case in, bolted up the gearbox roughly. This is, I've got to get some more bolts for it. But as you can see with my struggle of putting it in, the factory gearbox crossmember, which is over there, does not fit. So build a crossmember, which I've just started to here. I've got a new gearbox mount. So that's just the standard Toyota one. Makes it easy to replace it if I ever have to. And this is a piece of 100 by 50 3mm. I want 100 by 40, but they don't make that. So we'll see how we go. I might yet cut this down. I don't know. Now that it's in here, it's growing on me. And cut some plates here to go on the. This is where the original gearbox mount bolts go. Gearbox crossmember. So I'm going to measure up, get a piece from here to here, and I've got one for this side as well. Do the same thing. So that'll step down around the transfer case. You don't see, it's getting a bit dark, and that'll come up on an angle here to there, up onto the chassis. And I am going to pull these pieces here off this original crossmember because they go on the outside. Wrap around, and we'll put them on while we're going to get all the support. But so I've already gone ahead and drilled a big hole in the bottom, so I can get a socket in there, do the bolts up, and then obviously holes in the top to drop the studs through. Well, we'll keep moving along with that.
Ways to go, which we say at the end, we're going to bring on into those. Still a
Right, here it is out of the car, ready to be welded up. We'll look in and do some welding. Righto, so there it is, all welded up, ground smooth, sitting in place, holding the gearbox up. So I've tacked another plate in that end to mount that too. I still need to do the same to this side, but I think this video is getting a bit long at this point in time, so anyway, that's a good step in the right direction. The gearbox is actually mounted in. So yeah, tighten a few bolts. I said just do a plate on this side to mount that piece too. And we're on to the next thing, which will be, oh, actually, I won't say what will be in the next video because at this point I have no idea. So, alright, well that's another little job off the list. Gearbox cross members all done. Yeah, so we'll keep working and keep doing videos. So, like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, we'll just keep making progress on this thing. And we'll see you in the next one.